All right, in today's video, I want to answer a question from one of the members. This question was asked a while ago, so I apologize for how long it took me to get back in response. But the question generated from the first video I did about headlights and what the Georgia statute says about headlight use on motorcycles. So the question was, what about modulating headlights? Does Georgia law allow it? And if so, what are the parameters of the law with regard to it? So the answer to that question, guys, is real simple. There is no statute. Georgia has absolutely no statute regarding modulating headlights. It does not say they're allowed or disallowed. Remember, the only Georgia law that we have is that headlights have to remain on at all times. What does that mean? Modulating ones are on at all times? That's up to debate. I would say yes, it does. So what you got to do, because there's no Georgia statute, is go to the federal law. And there is a federal law directly on point with regard to modulating headlights on motorcycles. And that is found in section 571.108. All right, and that's standard number 108. Okay, that's where you can find it. It's got a whole list of requirements of what your modulating headlights can and can't do. Some of the examples, and I should say before I give the examples, I suggest you read it if you have concerns about your modulating headlights, whether they're compliant or not. A lot of technicalities there, but some of the highlights are it has to be at least 50 to 75% of the standard power on the typical headlamp that's not modulating. So 50 to 70% of the power. Number two, it regulates the rate of the modulation. And again, you'll want to just read through all that. It's too much for me to explain here in this video. The other thing that I can tell you is it does have a specific requirement that you have a trigger on it or a safety mechanism where if the modulating mechanism fails, that both the high and low beams can still be used. So in its standard non-modulating form. And I think most of the modulating headlamps on the market for motorcycles have that feature because they know that's the federal law and it's got to meet federal standards. But you're going to want to make sure if you're out there shopping that it does meet those federal regulations. And you can even ask the shop if this meets federal regulation if it doesn't have it there on the box. So there's where you go to look for your modulating headlamp concerns, whether you're meeting Georgia law, which basically will use federal law. If you have any other questions or concerns about headlamps, modulating headlamps, things of that nature, comment below. Also, shoot me at any time, any topics you would like to hear about. I would love to get some more topic ideas so I can do more of these videos here in the new year. And speaking of that, Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you again for being a part of this group. Really do appreciate it. You guys are a great bunch. And always feel free to contact me at any time. Thanks so much for watching this video.